suddenly you'll find never, never land.
Sandy says, my hair has grown. You know, when it comes to Texas-sized talent, nobody measures up to our next guest. She made her theatrical debut right here in North Texas at the ripe old age of 12 in the Dallas Summer Musicals, and it wasn't long before Sandy Duncan was bound for Broadway and a successful career on both stage and screen.
The Texas Arts and Culture Association is honoring her tonight with an award for excellence in the performing arts, and we are very honored to have Sandy Duncan join us this morning right here on Good Morning Texas. Thanks so much for being with us.
I know, it's a big deal to get up this early when you fly. I like.
Well, this must be very special for you to be honored right here in your hometown state of Texas.
Well, Texans are kind of unusual in that way. I don't know of any other state that so honors the people. I mean, we're all aware of all the stars and the people that have achieved from Texas. Do you know who's from Iowa or Indiana? Or, you know, they don't do that. Texans are very supportive of people that go on and leave their state. You never really leave anyway. There's always this weird connection. I mean, when I first moved to New York, somebody called and said, "Hi, I'm so-and-so and so-and-so, and we're all going to be getting together." And I went, "Yeah. Well, it's just a bunch of Texans. We all get together every week."
I'm in New York now. Please.
Yeah, please.
A special club, but it is neat because TACA has done so much for the arts and community here in North Texas.
That's what I've been told, and well, they should, because you know all of the funding is just being. And I look at the kids coming into New York now to dance musicals, to sing, whatever they're doing. There's no place for them to be and train and be bad or to learn. You know, so if they don't have these kinds of groups, I just wonder what the entertainment world's going to become. Probably those event shows like Disney.
Going from places like the Dallas
Automatrons.
Summer Musicals.
It doesn't exist.
Well, starting
anymore,
here,
I mean.
Right, but starting here in Dallas and then moving to Broadway, was Broadway everything that you thought it would be?
And more.
And more.
Yeah.
In what ways?
I don't know, since I was a little kid, and I was raised in New London and Overton and then Tyler, it's just something I always wanted to do, and the fact that it worked out and that you get your dream, well, that's unheard of.
There you are right there as Peter Pan. 3 years and 1,000 performances.
Yes.
That must have been a very special time in your life.
A lot of bangs and bruises. It was very special. Now, where did you get that other stuff you were showing, the footage
we have
from?
archives, Sandy, that just, they're huge.
But I've never seen. Well, could I borrow some of that and look at it?
We could probably
make you a dime.
I've never seen it.
It's going to cost you,
no, they had to do like a little filmy dooba tonight, you know, and Bob Banner, who's producing it, and I've known for years and years, and he did the Carol Burnett show, and he's very capable and wonderful. He said, we're going to need some, you know, little things to put together. I said, I don't tape anything I do, and I don't have, you know, so I had to send what I had.
You should have called us. We've got archives.
Well, he should have called you, yeah.
We've got all sorts of stuff. Now, we saw Peter Pan. Everybody remembers you from that. Also, I mean, it's interesting because you meet different
Barney,
groups.
aren't you?
Well, not only Barney.
As a matter of fact, we are.
She was the first guest. I didn't know this. You were the first guest of the Muppets.
Yes.
And then we got the Wheat Thins commercials. What's the biggest thing you've ever done? And when you look at your career, what are you most proud of?
Please don't say Barney.
Roots, I guess.
Really?
Being part of that,
Right.
not necessarily, you know, before I got an Emmy nomination. I never win these things. I always just get nominated. But
Susan Lucci syndrome.
I think being involved with that felt really a cut above of what, you know, it's not just earning a living. It was something that was very historically important. So I think that, just that, in terms of performing, I think I enjoyed Peter Pan so far the most, you know.
You said earlier that you've never really left Texas, and you keep doing things with fellow Texans.
They keep coming back, like Tommy and I are doing a show up in Seattle.
Tommy Tune.
And a couple, yes, Tommy Tune, Tommy, Liza. Anyway, I keep doing things with Texans because there are a lot of us in the business because we're all show-offs, you know. Like one of the guys in the show with me, one of the men is my husband, who's from Northern California, but the other guy's from Fort Worth, Guy Stroman.
Right.
So
you'll be performing with both of them tonight.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
At the Meyerson, and their tickets still available.
Which we've got to unload here now today.
Yes. And we will, for you.
Yeah, and somebody said, well, you know, if you get 100, a block of 100, they're $15 each. But you got to get 100 friends together to do it. Otherwise, I think they're $45 for the award show and then our show. You know.
30, I think 32 is the beginning price, but that's not much to
Did
come
you hear
see
that it was 32? I did too, and then somebody said it was 45. 32 is better.
You like that?
I like that.
But you mentioned Barney earlier. You were actually part of the first part of Barney.
Yes, they call the 3 shows I did the vintage Barney. I think it's before you even changed
Do you
colors.
like that word, vintage?
Well, what I like is that Cheryl Leach is terrific. She's, you know, it's phenomenal. It's beyond. And I did the 3 during the writer's strike when I was doing the Hogan Family. So then when they started to rev up and do the TV show, she said, well, now we're going to do this TV show. She's very sweet and bright. And I said, you know, no, I really, you know, I've got to do this. And I thought, I don't really want to hang out with this huge job. Well, now, and you know, and my kids go, Barney, Barney. She said, we're going to have plush toys, and we're going to have all. I said, good, y'all go do that. That was a little error in judgment.
You've got 2 boys that are teenagers now, right?
Yeah, and they know everything.
They know it. Well, that's what happens when
They're
they
so
become
smart.
teenagers.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about your relationship with your husband, because
Let's not.
All the, you know, all the experts always say don't work with your husband, but you guys, you work, you live. He's
Yes.
kind of the business end of your relationship, correct?
Yeah, he's just, and he does real estate now. The last thing he did on Broadway was the Gene Kelly role in Singing in the Rain, which is one of the numbers he does in the show also tonight. And he kind of does the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. We've been married 20 years now, our 2 kids together. I just didn't think for a while there I was going to get it right. You know, I had 2 marriages that it's me, it must be me, and it's not. He's wonderful. We work together well, we parent well, we enjoy each other, and he's at home in bed, and I really hate him.
Well, Sandy, I can't say it looks like you've done a lot of things right, and we appreciate you coming by Good Morning Texas.
Do you 2 do this? This is your show that you do.
I'm normally out and about. Todd's normally sitting in this chair.
We're actually looking for a co-host right now because the former co-host has left the show, and we've been auditioning some people, and I was wondering if you would mind coming back to Texas on a regular basis. You could sit here every morning.
I've always wanted to do a talk show because I love to ask the questions.
You can co-host anytime you'd like. In
Well,
fact, I can get up right now. You can.
Yeah, here, go ahead, sit over here, sit over here. She can do this.
You can read the teas.
I would ask all those impertinent questions that people don't like to be asked.
Go ahead, ask another question real quick.
How much money do you make?
Not enough.
Okay, we're going to let you read the. We're going to sell some tickets right now.
Oh,
as a matter of
honey,
fact, you know.
without my glasses, I can barely see the camera.
Well, if you'd like to attend tonight's benefit honoring and starring Sandy
Duncan,
along with
Guy Stroman and Don Correa.
Tickets are still available. You
available.
can call the GMT viewer hotline for more details.
Oh, please do. I can't stand empty seats, please.
Coming up later, are you watching what you eat, or at least trying to? Coming up later, we'll have some tasty recipes from the Cooper Aerobics Clinic. And they do know what they're doing when it comes to wellness.
And you're
Harrison in
presenting the
kitchen.
award.
I am to you tonight.
Did you mention it?
Well, no,
On
but we
air?
can if you want to, but they got this other video rolling right now that we want to talk about.
We're on TV, aren't we?
Yes, we are. That's us right there.
Well, he's going to present tonight.
You are fun. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, when we come back, it's a sales event that doesn't put the crunch on your budget. We're going to check in with our shopping expert, Shanda. Go.
Todd, you will not.
Convince Sandy Duncan to stay with us. We got our glasses. We're all set.
Todd is my co-host, and welcome back to our show.
I guess I've been replaced.
She says, I need to go now. I need to go to Neiman's.
I do.
said, no, hang out.
I
We're gonna...
need. But then you said the next segment is about shopping. I thought, well, I could spare another 10 minutes.
Well, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to get a great, delicious recipe for low-fat soup and for some tofu pumpkin pie. How does that sound? Well, we're also going to have the story of a woman who helps breast cancer patients feel good about themselves.
And also, I'm going to be doing an interview with 2 guys, 2 huge superstars of the 70s. You may know them as Ponch and John.
Yeah.
Eric Estrada, Larry Wilcox.
Yeah.
Chips.
Because they had
Chips
it on
99.
last night. It was last night it was
Yeah,
on.
and they are running it through the next month, so I am very excited about
They're
that.
coming here?
Satellite.
Via
You already, oh, I see.
Via satellite.
I see.
But right
Very
now,
excited, aren't you, Sandy?
Whee!
But right now, what
shopping.
Sandy has been waiting for. We know it's Wednesday, but our GMT shopping expert, Shanda, she's at a place called Tuesday Morning. Are there bargains out there that you just can't turn down, Shanda? Is that the deal?
Oh my God.
Done it.
Now, Sandy, have you ever had a crush on anyone?
No.
Ever?
No, if they don't have a crush on me, who cares? No, I mean, it's counterproductive.
Well,
I don't like anything that's, you
That's
know.
not gonna work out,
Well,
huh?
exactly. Give yourself a shot at least. No, I haven't.
Well, if you've ever had a crush on someone, something that you did, something really
But I
silly.
did. I've got to stop. I did when I was 12 years old. I had a crush on Troy Donahue. That's all.
Troy Donahue?
Summer
Troy
place.
Duncan?
There's a summer. How old are you? Troy Donahue.
Anyway, in honor of our guest yesterday, Jennifer Page, and her huge hit Crush, we want you, the viewer, to write to us about the biggest crush and what you did to try to land him.
Or her.
Of
In
course.
100 words or less, tell us your wildest crush story, something that we will be willing and able to read on the air. Send it to Crush Contest, care of Good Morning Texas, 606 Young Street, Dallas, Texas, 75202. We need to have your letter by next Monday.
The winner will get an autographed CD from Jennifer and dinner for two at a top area restaurant, so make sure that you write to us today.
Troy
Now,
Donahue, huh?
let's face it, we all like to eat out every once in a while, and when we do, most of us don't like to worry about when we're ordering about the things that have like a zillion fat grams. That's why we've invited Kathy Duran here. She's the Director of Nutrition for the Cooper Wellness Program at the Cooper Aerobic Center. Now, she's taken various popular menu items and come up with some simple and healthy substitute recipes. She now joins us this morning with 3 of those recipes. And I tell you, Sandy, I'm excited that you're here in the kitchen because I'm very bad in the kitchen, so I'm going to need your support.
Guess what? I stink in the kitchen.
So you and I will stink together.
Anyway. All 3 of us.
Now let's get right to this. Let's talk about tomato basil soup, because I know there is a popular restaurant in town that serves this soup. 32 grams of fat, nearly 400 calories, but today you have a healthy alternative.
That's right.
Let's
with
talk
only
about
2
it.
grams of fat. So in this blender right here, we've got light and tangy V8 juice, canned tomatoes, and fresh basil. And if you'll turn that on, Todd.
Now I can do this, Sandy.
Perfect. That's perfect. All right, you can turn that off now.
Okay.
All right, now pour that right in there.
Oh.
And then to that, instead of the heavy cream, which is in the traditional recipe, we're going to use evaporated skim milk instead.
Okay.
So that's the first major substitute. I'm going to move that
You and
right
I could
over here.
definitely do this, Sandy.
And
This
to
is
this, evaporated
I'm
skim
impressed.
milk. Sandy, you can stir if you want.
Oh, come on,
Move
Sandy.
over.
This
Get
is
your hands
a
dirty.
very low sodium chicken stock that you can buy in almost any grocery store. This is Parmesan cheese.
a
I'm gonna
little
throw that in.
package of butter buds, and
We're
of course,
cooking.
Good.
salt and pepper.
Light margarine,
Light margarine
light sour cream.
and sour cream.
Perfect. Ooh, a little bit more.
I could probably
butter
leave right
buds.
about now.
Dry butter buds
Dry butter buds.
and whisk it.
Now, come on, Sandy. Let's see what kind of a whisker you are.
This is a whisk. Okay.
That's right.
Listen, if you could just stand around in my kitchen and tell me what to do, maybe I wouldn't mind cooking.
That's right.
It's the not knowing that
That's
drives
right.
me crazy.
And this is very, very healthy. So it has about 120 calories and 2 grams of fat. So it is a healthy alternative.
And it looks delicious.
Perfect.
Sandy, you want to be the test taster today?
Sure, the first thing that's gone into my stomach this morning, that'll be good.
Great source of vitamin C, so we're happy about that, and fresh basil, so that makes it wonderful.
Do we have a spoon for it?
We do.
Yeah, just
Here.
drink it.
Garnish, just for fun.
Just for fun.
Okay.
There we
Now
go.
let's try that.
Do you want the truth, or do you want me to just...
The truth.
Okay.
The truth.
It's really good.
thank
It's really good.
Great.
It is.
Yeah, I think I'll have
Okay,
it.
let's move on now. We
it's
have started
good.
with soup. Now we're going to salad.
Now we're going to go to salad.
Now this is a Caesar salad. Now I know
right.
Caesar salads normally have a lot of fat in them.
That's right. And and the problem is not the salad or the lettuce. So we decided to do a Caesar salad with field greens instead because it boosts the nutrition density, and we're going to make a light salad dressing.
Yeah, let's talk about this dressing.
All right, so it is 3/4 of a cup of fat-free ranch.
You're enjoying that soup over there, aren't you, Sandy?
1/4 of a cup of 1/4 of a cup of any great regular Caesar salad dressing that you want, and then
4 to
secret-
5 drops of Worcestershire sauce.
Good enough.
So fat-free ranch dressing. There's only 3 ingredients to this.
That's it.
And it probably cuts the fat by 90%.
about exactly right.
So I don't mess around here, Kathy.
Oh man, let's cut to the chase, and it tastes good, so that's great. All right.
Okay,
so,
now let's start with the pumpkin
Good.
pie because we're getting close on time here.
All right.
Now I want to talk about tofu. Are you a big tofu fan, Sandy?
If it's in something and you don't taste just that, no taste.
Right.
I'll be
It
honest.
absorbs like mushrooms, right?
exactly, it absorbs whatever flavor you put.
I've never been a big fan. And you told me you stunk in the kitchen. Anyway, I've never been a big tofu fan because of the texture.
Right.
But that's where you come in because you do mix it with foods.
Right, and it is such a healthy, wonderful source of protein coming from non-animal origin, and it's been indicated in helping reduce incidence of developing heart disease, cancer,
Osteoporosis. I mean,
and
it's
menopause
really.
symptoms. That's right. So that's what we already have the tofu, sugar, and this is pumpkin. Turn that
Now you're ingreding some of the
on.
spices.
Spices. Ginger, cloves, cinnamon.
Ginger, cloves, and cinnamon. And the interesting thing about this, see, Sandy, this will help us out. If you already have a mess in the kitchen, you already have the ingredients out, you might as well just put the extra ingredients right here, and then you already have a pumpkin pie ready to go.
Ready to go.
That's right. We are using dried.
I know. I've never seen tofu except in little squares and things. I know you could whip it up.
With sugar.
With sugar.
Wow.
Of course. Pour it in.
So you add the crumbs, you spray it, you put that in there.
Exactly.
You bake it.
That's right, and it ends up like that.
What do you bake? What do you bake it in?
In a pan.
Thank you very much. At 350 degrees, or
At 450 for 15 minutes and 350 for another 40 minutes.
Can I have a piece of that?
you sure can. In fact, we're going to give you the whole pie. Go ahead, and put that soup down. I can't believe I'm going to feed.
Taste it, see if
Sandy
it really
Duncan.
tastes like. Okay. I think I have a crush on you.
Now we're talking. Here, you go ahead and keep eating, and I'm going to tell
secret
people how they
tofu.
can get the recipe. Kathy, thank you so much for being with us.
welcome.
If you'd like a copy of the recipes you've seen today on Good Morning Texas, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Kathy's Healthy Recipes, care of Good Morning Texas, 606 Young Street, Dallas, 75202. Also, if you'd like more information on soy products such as tofu, you can get a free copy of the Soy Foods Directory by contacting their website at www.soyfoods.com or by calling 1-800-TALK-SOY. Well, Todd, I hope you've enjoyed that cooking segment. I'm going to toss it over to you.
You guys are great. I've had a good time. I got to go shop. Where is it?
Sandy didn't know she was going to get breakfast and dessert this morning. And also, she's still got 20 minutes to make it over to Neiman Marcus. We'll see you tonight, Sandy. Well, as part of Breast Cancer Awareness.